Welcome back. I'm ahead of schedule. 9:18, a little bit of change in with Jackie Duty. And really excited about this. Brand new segment coming to the Daily Show.
Yes.
How was your Friday off to? It's going to be a great, beautiful day.
Oh my gosh.
Until this afternoon.
I know. I'm going out this morning just because I have to enjoy the weather while I can.
Estella's sick, so we're going to be at home.
There's something going around. Like, all these kiddos have been getting sick lately.
We just got over RSV too in the house, and we thought we were good for a few weeks, and say it ain't so, Joe, you know? So, you know, this is really cool. It's a busy time for Vitality. You guys have your annual dinner coming up. We're going to talk about that and
yes.
So much more. But really, let's just kind of jump right into this because, you know, Vitality hit a new chapter.
We did.
And that chapter started a few months ago, and January was kind of the official launch point, correct?
It was. January 1, we officially went, you know, and we changed our name to Vitality Women's Clinic, which is so exciting. It's been incredible.
And now, you know, take us through, because really the mission hasn't changed. It's just, right. You know, it now just really more fits in line with what you were already doing to begin with, correct?
Absolutely. You know, the doors opened back in 1994 as Arms of Love.
Okay.
And then they evolved and started to offer more medical services. So that it was the right timing to go ahead and do a name change, which is always scary, especially the first time you do it. And, you know, and it became Options Now. And then as things continue to progress, and, you know, I feel like with every director that we've had, things just leveled up. And so to look at the history of it has just been incredible and became Thrive in 2017. Mm-hmm. And with that, more great things were happening. But you know, as I came in last June, I really wanted to take a glance at what we were doing. And 3 days in, I'm looking around saying, I have the right team. I mean, these women are amazing. And they're just to see their heart and to see everything that they've been doing for so many years. It just seemed like as things were progressing, and, you know, Thrive was in St. Louis, we were an affiliate of Thrive out of, you know, Thrive Nation, headquartered in St. Louis. And they were moving in a direction of really going more national. Mm-hmm. And I felt like we want to make sure that we stay true to who we are, how we were founded as really being hyper local. Mm-hmm. And I want to make sure that there's no confusion in the marketplace as Thrive continues to expand on a national level. I feel like we want to make sure we stay in our lane, which is really just focused on the local community. And so it was the right time to bring in a new change. And we shifted brands, again, scary, but incredible and exciting, and so many things that come with that. You know, there's been a lot of momentum, and there's been a lot of just energy, and the team is excited and the board is excited, and we've had so much fun. Like when we did the jingle and bid in December.
How'd that go for you?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. I think I look back at, this is the first time we've had so many local businesses lock mm-hmm. arms with us. We had over 80 companies across this direct local region just join, and they donated baskets and they bid, and it was so exciting. I think it was a tremendous success for the first time that we've done it. Mm-hmm. And we're going to continue that every year. But as we go into, you know, this year, there's a lot of stories to tell, mm-hmm. you know, just reflecting on all the women that have come through.
Well, that's where I think it's really going to be a great piece, because, you know, like you said, there's more of that national push or nationalized push from the, you know, Thrive brand, and, you know, to make it where it's more of what you guys have been known for, and that's that hyper local connection. There's so many stories that I'm sure that, you know, that come back, you know, and again, because you see that individual 10 years later or 20 years later or 30 years later at the organization standpoint, and you go, wow, this work really did impact us here at home. And it really, to me, makes it not more valuable, but it also, to me, there's something to truly see, because there is a direct result there. And it really, to me, gets more momentum that way when you can see the direct impact too. And to share those stories, I think really, if not really change perception, but just let people know all of the work that really is done, and not just what maybe the thought of the work is.
Absolutely. It was so incredible. We had we have a lot of nurse interns that come through to learn. And so one of those nurses that are coming through, she starts sharing her story of how she was a patient 20 years ago.
Wow.
And today, she's watching her son grow up and she's holding her grandbaby. And she was just so thankful to have had this in the community. And, there's so many stories that when we had one of our board members out in the community during the Jingle and Bid approach, and she had so many conversations of employees that would come up and say, I walked through your doors back in the 90s, or I walked through your doors in the early 2000s. And it was just incredible to hear those stories. And I'm like, wow, if we can just have a platform to share these. And so, and we're launching our podcast, but there's a lot to that, and I'm learning.
Tell me about it.
Oh, wow. It's intense. And it's like, you think, and then you get into it and you're like, yeah, I had no clue. And so I was like, how can we do this in a way that we can partner with somebody who has that local voice, who has that reach? And so to be able to come with you and to share the stories on RiverBender, and I'm a believer in the collaboration and cross promotion across media, across nonprofits. I feel like there's a power that happens, a synergy that happens when companies and nonprofits and businesses lock arms. And so to be able to come here every week and share these stories with you, I can't wait. I mean, to be able to use that to just share and reach the community and let them know. I mean, ultimately, it's letting women know that they have hope and that they're not going to walk alone when they're facing an important decision.
Well, 1,000%. And that's why every Wednesday here at 9:20, you can join Jackie and I, and then a member of Vitality as well. We'll be sharing their stories and their segments too, and really going to be just a great way, I think, to peel back the curtain a little bit. And like you said, the no one's alone mentality is so important when it comes to this aspect of life, and what a great way to do it.
Yeah. And that's, I love it so much. Like, and so you're going to see staff members come in, you're going to meet our board, you're going to meet patients that have come through.
Fantastic.
There was a young lady we just interviewed that had just come through our Peace Ministry, which is a support after abortion program. And to hear her, it's hard not to tear up when you hear her talk, because her stories are so beautiful, and to hear her talk about a freedom that she found after making a decision that would impact her life forever, and to know that you can walk in peace and freedom and move forward with hope. It's so exciting and inspiring. So I can't wait for everyone to come join us every week.
It's going to be, like I said, I just think it's going to be one of those uplifting segments. I think one that a lot of people can not necessarily walk in the same shoes, but at least empathize with and really connect to on that way, where, hopefully it just leads to better conversations, and really just showcasing all the great things that you guys have done for years without us really taking a peel behind the curtain, so to speak,
Absolutely.
Because how many board members do you have?
Right now we have 6,
Wow.
but I would love to grow. And I'm going to make a shout out. I need some help.
There you go. How do we reach out?
So if anybody's interested in serving on the board, if it's on your heart that maybe this is something that you've been feeling, you want to get more involved in the community, you want to serve on a nonprofit, please reach out on our website. You can go to vitalityspeaks.net, hit the contact information, fill out a form, and just, let us know that you're interested, because I'm looking for people that want to help us. I feel like, I would love to have 8 to 10 people serving on our board. I think that's kind of a sweet spot for us.
Yeah.
And to just be able to have more talent at the table, I think can be an incredible thing.
Well, and really, I think it's such a big note, too, that, everyone that's a part of it, from volunteers to board members to the actual staff, it's not just the same mission, it's the same level of passion and motivation to get the job done. Because, as with the way that, funding is and all that good stuff, it's tough. And,
It's tough.
To be able to ride new branding and all the costs that go with that and all that greatness too, it is difficult. So to really showcase that and showcase their efforts, but also what I love is you guys wanting to showcase community partners that you're with and volunteers that just really go above and beyond. And to me, as somebody who, if I'm wanting to volunteer or do something, that's a place I'd want to go do it at, because, there's a true environment there of an atmosphere that really is uplifting.
Absolutely. And to that, we've had so many people reaching out saying, how do I be a part of this? So just a few weeks ago, we launched a new ambassador program.
Fantastic.
And there's 4 elements to it, because I had 3 student interns come through last semester, and they were phenomenal. They're coming back this semester, but I would love to have even more, from local schools, but student interns. And with that, we help them build a program where, we're helping them build portfolios, so then they can apply to colleges, they can apply to future jobs. We're going to have a marketing and PR ambassador program that anybody that, maybe you're my age and you want to do more videos or learn all the things with editing, you can come through and help us with that, or even just stuffing the envelopes, because direct mail can take some time.
Yes, it can. It's fantastic.
And 2 more. We have a street team that I want to be in community events. So we're going to be at the Easter egg hunt at Rock Springs Park on April 4th. And so we're going to have a street team. And throughout the summer, we want to be at different events. So we'll have tables with people that are going to help us, kind of spread the word. And then this is the one I'm really excited about, the Grandma Gang. So we've heard of the Grandpa Gang, and they're awesome. They do the Rock Springs Park lights, right? And I was thinking, we've had so many women that have come through that have said, I want to be a part of this, but, it's hard for me to get out, or I go to my weekly, meetings here, so we're creating the Grandma Gang, that there will be multiple chapters. So a church can get together and be part of the Grandma Gang, or, somebody that, maybe it's a widow that's sitting at home that can't get out, but wants to help. So the Grandma Gang is going to be doing a lot of things like writing handwritten notes to the young ladies that come through. If you're grandma and you have words of what do you do when the baby's crying at 2 a.m.? Let's write these young women a note.
That is cool. I like that.
Just words of wisdom from grandma. Maybe you don't have a grandma and you want a grandma to adopt you. I think there's some really cool things we can do through the ambassador program. So looking for those volunteers, we'd love to have you. That's on our website. You can go and click the link, fill out the form, and then we'll take you through the process and get you going, because I think that's going to be a really fun part.
That is fantastic. I like that a lot. And now that's ambassador program. Is that the link?
Yeah. So if you go to vitalityspeaks.net and you click on the events tab, towards the bottom of that page, you're going to see the ambassador program, and you'll be able to just, click on the link, fill out the form. And so I'm really excited. That kind of takes you to the page that outlines all the details. And, it's just, I feel like this is just the beginning. There's so many things we're going to be doing. It's going to continue to grow, and it's just going to get really fun. Oh, and we have these fun little pins. So these little, they're actually, they're feet, and they're actually the size of a 10-week in utero infant. So you can actually see. So anyone that's wearing this pin, that they are part of our ambassador program.
That's super cool.
So you're in the club.
Well, and now you guys are seeing that on the screen. That is the different programs that are available. I think that's just fantastic and a great way to grow and really grow a community around with it. And I think that's where the biggest takeaway is. It's not just marketing for the name and branding for the name. It's really creating an atmosphere in which you really want to see something grow and thrive.
Exactly.
It's really just fantastic. Now, with that being said, I am excited because on top of that, we're going to be really showcasing hopefully some content from you guys as well too. And that's where I think is kind of cool to be able to kind of pause the studio a bit and showcase what you're able to do over in your guys' setup and what you do, even if it's a couple minutes, just to really showcase that too and really have fun with it.
I agree. And that's where I'm learning. I feel like, CJ, you're so awesome at doing this. So I'm trying to get there.
It's all Mike.
It's going to take time.
It's all Mike. I just hit the button and I go live. I did nothing to this.
And it was so funny.
Oh, and Ashley and Brandon for graphics. I do want to say that. In Sydney, because she writes the articles. I just talk.
Well, and that's there's so much behind it. It's like you sit there and you go, okay, I can do this. Let me set up. And you start, I buy all the equipment. I set up our studio. And then I'm like, okay, now what? There's a whole thing. And it's amazing when you really start digging in and you see all the things that go in behind producing every show. It's like, yeah, there's a lot. And even just thought process of what are we going to cover today? So I think this is just the beginning, and we're going to make mistakes and we're going to fumble. So forgive us in advance for anything that I say that puts my foot in my mouth.
I've done this 3 years or 4 years now, and I still do it. But I'm really excited. To have it weekly, I think, is really important, and really gives us a lot more opportunities to truly showcase what's going on, not just kind of talk about it in an overview.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. And now, what we're going to do too is we'll have write-ups every week. So just like we do with the other interviews on the show, and then we're going to learn about the clinic and ways to get involved, like you just mentioned as well. Yeah. Coming up is the annual dinner, Friday, April the 10th. I'm still stuck in February. 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Doors open at 5:30. This is going to be at the Commons at Lewis and Clark. It's going to be great, catered by Bella Milano. And there's still sponsorship opportunities?
There is, yes. I need your help with sponsorships.
Why don't we do this? It's 9:35. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, talk all about the annual dinner. We'll come back and talk about a little bit more of the segments and how you can get involved again with Vitality. You stay there, and we'll be here.
Firearms training shouldn't feel intimidating. At Precision Point Armory in Bethalto, we focus on safety, confidence, and real-world skills. Whether you're new or renewing your concealed carry, you'll get professional instruction without pressure. Learn safe handling, sound decision-making, and proper techniques tailored to your experience level. If you're looking for premium firearms training in the heart of Bethalto, Illinois, call 618-779-9947 or go to precisionpointarmory.net and train with confidence today.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Tom Wells,
an assistant chief of the Godfrey Fire District. He has been a firefighter and an EMT for over 20 years. Tom is currently an instructor in the Lewis and Clark Paramedicine program and has 2 degrees from LC, fire science and nursing.
I'm Tom Wills, and I'm a trailblazer.
Welcome back, Daily Show. 9:37. It's either a minute or two. It's never. It's always a minute or two behind. 67 degrees, by the way, not 66. It is just beautiful out there.
Gorgeous.
Coming up, April the 10th. It'll be here before we know it. Doors open at 5:30. It runs 6 to 7:30 p.m. The Vitality Women's Clinic annual dinner. This is a big deal for everybody at Vitality, and really kicks off, I'm sure sets the tone for what the rest of 2026 looks like.
It really does. And that's what, in the past, we've survived on 2 fundraisers throughout the year. And
Really?
It was the annual dinner and our baby bottle campaign. And
Wow.
that was it. So there's other things we're going to try to do throughout the year just because, sustainability is a thing. But I think the annual dinner this year, it's going to be bigger and better. It's not going to be, I say that tongue in cheek because it's going to be bigger in the aspect we have more people.
Yeah.
But it's going to be smaller, I think, in aspect of everything else. With what you guys have experienced in the past, it seems like the last couple of years, it was becoming more towards like a gala, more, dress up, more, very just loud. And I kind of want to pull that back a little bit. I want to take us back to the grassroots of, you know what, we're going to be very intentional with our time. You're going to come in, you're going to enjoy a really good meal. You're going to hear some great, we're not even bringing in a keynote. I'm like, I don't want to pay. Sometimes the keynotes you bring in can be incredible, but they also cost a lot of money.
And then, have you ever hired one that's just not good?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That is the worst experience of a lifetime.
Because you don't know them, and then they're very boring. Or, you know, it's like...
I've been a part of those where you're like, oh, dear God. You
it's
know?
like, is this ever... And those are the talkers.
Yes.
Like, those are the ones that go on and on and on,
Oh,
and you're like,
man.
shut it down. I just, you know, I'm like, I think as you start faking a cough, or you're like, hey, I think I have to go to the bathroom, or, you know...
You're just hoping somebody's sick,
you're like,
you know, that you
you're
can
like,
go home.
You're texting somebody, call me with an emergency so I can sneak out. You know, I mean, it happens. Like, I've seen it. I've done it. You know, so I've been to a lot of those galas. Now, I've been to other galas that were phenomenal. And I went to, like, many years ago, I went to one of the Adelante Awards with the Hispanic Chamber, and they brought in Richard Montañez, who was the creator of the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Like,
Oh, yeah.
phenomenal speaker. I was so impressed. It was amazing. And then they made his movie a couple years ago, and I'm like, I know him. You know, it was exciting. But then I've been to others, and I'm like, oh, it was brutal. You get tears in your eyes, not from the inspiration, but from the pain of when can I stand up, you know? And I'm like, we're not going to do that this year. So we are going to, the music's going to be more low key. It's going to be very just focused on stories of local people. And then, you know, we'll keep it short and sweet. I may go longer than 7:30 because I've been told they want me to speak at the end and tell my story.
Okay.
I wasn't going to do that, but, they requested that because I think people just want to know that I'm in it for the, you know, like I haven't shared my story with a lot of people. And so, and I think everyone that works at Vitality has a story to tell. So I'm going to share my story for a few minutes. So we'll probably go a little over 7:30, but I promise you no longer than 8 o'clock, you're out of there. You know,
That's a hell of a salesman.
come and get a good meal. And Bella Milano. Oh,
Fantastic
we're getting
guys, too.
phenomenal food. You're going to get beef tenderloin and chicken Milano, and it's just going to be a really good meal. I sell on food. I'm a foodie. So if I can make it a fun event with really good food, I'm down, you know?
Oh man, it's kind of funny. I've been getting envelopes like, you know, the last couple of days, and I feel like I'm like the president because I get an envelope slid across and I'm just, you know. Oh, man.
And it's purple. It's on, you know, I'm trying to be on brand.
Yeah. So going back into this, I just had because I'm not, I promise you, I am sometimes prepared, but Jackie took care of me today. You know, I think going back into this, it's April the 10th. So sponsorships and how much are tickets, all that good stuff.
Great question. So the tickets are actually free. We are looking for, it's a free meal. Now, okay, I said it's free to get in. It's not free to get out. It is it's a fundraiser, you know, but.
I like that. That's a great line. It's like Hotel California. You can get in, but you can't leave. Unless you pay.
And no, but it's going to be, so we're looking for underwriters to help just underwrite the cost of the food. And that's kind of my goal with the sponsorships is just get enough people to help cover what the event is going to cost. And then everything after that is it's going directly into the services that we provide. So we can buy more diapers to give away. So we can buy more of the big items like cribs and car seats and just be able to provide all the services, be able to do more ultrasounds, more STD testing.
Well, and, you know, and that's the thing. I mean, jokes aside, we're in such a hotbed in St. Louis when it comes to STDs, and no one really talks about that too much, I feel like. And it's such a needed conversation. You know, it's one especially, I mean, for younger people or even anyone that's just in that, you know, you just never know. I mean, if you're embarrassed about it or you got something going on, like, you got to take care of it. And to have an organization that can provide those, you know, and before things get a little bit rougher or, you know, things get advanced, that's a great service to have. And it really, we talk the word preventative maintenance. That's the best preventative maintenance you can do for yourself.
Absolutely. That it is something people don't talk about. St. Louis is listed as number 8 in the nation for having the highest level of STDs with gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, and HIV.
Yeah.
And the world doesn't end at the Mississippi. There's a lot of crossover.
Yeah.
And so we get a lot of people coming in for testing, people that maybe they don't have insurance, maybe they can't cover the costs. So it's a service we provide for free. We do have now. With that, we only have so much funding, so we have to really restrict how many we can get. But with more people partnering with us, we can offer more STD testing.
Well, and I always think about, and I don't know how many times this happens, but even if it's, maybe, they're 18, 19, whatever they are, they're still on mom and dad's insurance, but who wants to go explain to,
Right.
and to be able to have an option where I'm not saying be secretive, that's never the best thing, but at least to know that, there's somebody there to support you on that and, help you with those steps in the rung if you need to have conversations or do whatever you got to do.
Exactly. It's something that people don't, these are things that they get embarrassed about, and it's not easy to talk to. So having that, being able to, knowing in confidence that you can come and just get help and that you're not going to be alone. There's a group of women ready to help and walk with you through the pain of, what's going on.
Fantastic.
So.
Well, and now on the screen here, if we're going back, just to show you, go to vitalityspeaks.net/events, click on this reserve tickets here, and scroll down a little bit to where it says right here, get tickets. Or you can just click the big button that's right in front of my face that says get tickets. Whatever you want to do. You have a couple of options. The free ticket, of course, just to get your RSVP in, but also to really sponsor tables and just be a part of it. Whatever you want to, you can contribute.
Yes.
It would be great if you could. And now 501, are you guys a 5?
We are a 501c3. And so everything that you would donate is a tax write-off. And with that, so you could actually reserve your free tickets, and maybe you want to bring a group of people with you.
Put 7 of those $10,000 sponsors out there.
Yes, I absolutely. Please, that would be amazing. I will take it. We could do so much with that kind of a commitment. But, and we've had some incredible sponsors. OSF Healthcare is coming in, Riverbank Marketing, RiverBender.com, Quality Buick GMC Cadillac, and others. We have more people coming. I'm having conversations every day. But with that, there's a lot of advertising and promotion that comes. So we'll have a book that will be at the seat of every person, which there's going to be a lot of people. We just got the invitations in the mail. We sent out over 700 or 800 invitations, and before the invitations even hit the mailbox, I had over 160 tickets reserved.
That's fantastic.
So, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. It's fantastic, but it also showcases, I think, why the organization's needed. And and I'm not saying that's a good thing, so I don't want to say it's fantastic, but it's eye-opening, truly, I think is the best way to kind of summarize that, is that it's made that much of an impact throughout the years, and no matter what name change it's been under, when people feel like they're at the lowest in, their lives, or they have nowhere to turn to, or they've lost faith, whatever it is, to have that support system, you never lose sight of those individuals that helped you. And I'm sure that's why, the staff that's there with you, they're there for a long time, and they're there to see, people 5 years later and 10, because, they live the mission.
Yes, I tell everyone I'm the new guy. I've only, I'm the newbie. It's amazing. I've only been there 7 months, but I'm working alongside women that have been there for years. I have 2 that have been there 19 years now, and their hearts, they're warriors on the front lines. They're doing everything they can every day, and they just give more than they're asked, and it's incredible to see. That the team there really genuinely cares about helping people, and I feel like that is really the heart behind the mission. And when people come in, they leave they just feel loved. There's no judgment. It's a no judgment zone. They know that, and if they leave and they make a different decision, they know they can come back and get help beyond. I feel like there's so many people that have come back and said, I need your help. I need someone to walk with me through this. I can't call my mom. I can't call, there's nobody else to help me. What can you guys do? So even if we can't help, we have access to resources and connections that we can plug them into other resources that can help them.
Well, it's just fantastic. And I think, the biggest thing too, if you go to the sponsorship section of Vitality Speaks, you'll see that how much of an impact it really is, and what you're doing with the money that you're donating. Because, I mean, if you can help save one life by providing critical medical services or counseling and resources, that's a Pulse sponsorship. But also, like, things like this, it provides one woman and family with full sponsorship. Think about that, the whole thing, through vitality programs during a critical moment of decision. That's at $2,500. But if you can do a charity, if you have a bigger company or you have a bigger donation to make, $10,000 provides 4 women with that opportunity. And that really, what I think goes back into what you were talking about the most, is that hyper local focus, to where you're seeing your dollar truly go back into the community and truly helping individuals where they're at. And I think that that's such an important component when people are making those decisions on what to support and why. Absolutely.
I mean, I to be able to walk in to the dinner, you're going to see how many people have been, because we're gonna have a moment where I'm gonna ask everybody to stand if they've been a part, and highlighting each part of the mission, whether it's been Arms of Love or Options Now or Thrive or Vitality. And I think you're gonna see multiple people stand multiple times because they've been with us through the journey. Fantastic. And so the dinner is going to be an impactful night. I can't wait just to have everybody there and to catch up with old friends and to share the vision of where we're going, because there's going to be a lot of things that happen in the next year that we're not going to talk about until that night. So there's a little teaser. Don't miss it.
There you go. Jackie will be back on the show next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Who's joining us?
Actually, I'm going to be bringing in my center manager, Lori. Wow. She is phenomenal, and she's actually going to share. I feel like the best way to kick this off is to just kind of walk through what happens when you come into the center. And so she's going to be sharing from the perspective of someone who's been there 19 years, what someone can experience when they walk in our doors.
Fantastic. Great first segment. Yeah. We'll see you at the annual dinner coming up in just a few short weeks, April the 10th. It starts at 6:30.
It starts at doors open at 5:30. The event starts at 6 o'clock.
I put my card away, and I was reading the wrong time zone for a second, so I didn't know where I was at. It's too quick. We'll link everything in write-ups on RiverBender, including ways that you can sponsor and truly help support this. We'll see Jackie next Wednesday at 9:20 with all of you. Quick break. We'll come back and wrap up the 9 next.